Hey everybody, I'm Tom Ross.
And I'm Ross Merriam.
And you're watching First Series on StarCityGames.com.
Okay, welcome back. We're here with more modern action, playing some decks from the Open in Syracuse, because we are filming this the week after that before Richmond, and by the time you see this, we'll have the results from Richmond too, so that should be neat. And if you're watching us on YouTube, make sure you head on over to StarCityGames.com and check out the premium side of the website so you can get this content in a more timely fashion. Because if you're watching on YouTube, you're a couple weeks behind this.
It's like we're a few weeks behind this video, or 1 week anyway. So I'm playing a deck from the Syracuse Open by Julian Grace Martin. It's a green-red Vengevine deck, sometimes called Hollow Vine because it has Hollow One in it too.
Yep.
He was at the top of the standings for a long time. Lost a couple of rounds.
10-1, lost the last 4.
Yeah, lost a bunch of rounds, finished 35th. I remember because I finished 34th after losing a few rounds with my black-white smallbox deck. But yeah, look, deck looks pretty good. It's kind of like a mix of a burn deck, a little bit of Death Shadow elements with some Street Race, a little bit of Dredge, like Dredgevine things. It's a big old mix, but just a red-green deck, and it can put a lot of power into play on turn 2.
Yeah, I was watching coverage over the weekend, and for much of the day on Sunday, this deck was the talk of Twitch chat and on Twitter. Everybody wanted to see it. They got a deck up on it, so if you go into the coverage archive, you can see Julian's thoughts on the deck as well. And it really was, I mean, it's super unique. It's using a new card. It blends it together really nicely. Like Hollow One is this card that works well with the same enablers they're using to enable Vengevine, and then gets enabled in a way that it also becomes an enabler for Vengevine because it's a cheap creature, and it lets you play a critical mass of cheap creatures to bring back Vengevine without having all these undersized creatures. It's a 4/4, just like Hooting Mandrill, so you can create these boards with 3 or 4 4/4s by turn 3. It is really, really impressive.
Yeah, you don't have to mess around too much with like Gravecrawler back in an old list. It couldn't really block a body with kind of small. You still have like Goblin Guide and stuff because you do need some mass of like 1-drop creatures.
Yeah, you get to play the good red ones with Goblin Guide and Swift Spear, power those out, and get some prowess triggers with your Lootings and Cathartic Reunions, and then you have the old Become Immense and
Team Battle Rage. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. What you playing?
Well, we're gonna put this deck through its paces, play against what might be the deck to beat for this weekend in Eldrazi Tron, because it took both of the final spots in Syracuse. I am playing Dan Mustard's winning list, so we'll see if your deck can stand one of the stiffer tests in Modern right now.
Yeah.
Fair warning, I looked through Julian's pairings the last 4 rounds during that losing streak, and he lost to both finalists. So he's at least 0-2 against Eldrazi Tron.
Have my work cut out for me then.
Yeah.
All right, let's get the poker hand and see what happens.
See if you can get the die roll.
Seems important-ish.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Pair of sixes.
I lost a lot of these in a row.
Yeah.
Pair of twos is the highest I've gotten in a long time.
We haven't really gotten good rolls in those poker hands. A lot of just single pairs. We're going to work on that. We'll work on that for next week. Well, my hand's great. As long as I get a little bit more mana, but my early turns are really strong, so I'm going to keep.
Yeah, I'm going to keep. I have a very strong turn too, unless I get chaliced. If I get chaliced, then it'll be harder.
Good.
Yeah.
Relic. The old one of in the main. Get those Vengevines out of the way.
Okay. All right, I think I'm okay. Go.
Think you're okay. What hubris.
I'll at least get to play a Hollow One on 2.
Well, now I have a chalice for 1.
Okay. Still play a Hollow One on 2. That's all right. So get me a Stomping Ground. I'll pretend like you reliced it, because that's the thing to do.
Yeah. You're at 17.
Guess I'll get rid of these here 1-drops out of my hand.
Smart.
Ain't doing too much. Oh, 1-drop sweet. This ain't all that good.
I'm at 19.
Ain't all that good. I think we're going on the worser end of this deck happening. I don't think there's any way in my deck to get rid of Palace anyway.
Not in
So
game 1.
whatever. I discard 3 cards, so it costs cheaper. Go.
Relic you again.
Okay.
Still haven't drawn a land, so we might get into a little bit of trouble, but I'll play this Matter Reshaper.
Sweet.
And pass the turn. Next turn, if I don't draw a land, I'll probably pop the Relic. But as long as I have things to do with my mana, I'd rather fill up my board. Wonder if I want to chump block here, maybe give myself another draw to a land.
I think the answer is yes for you. That's only whatever. It's in
I
there.
do really want to draw lands. Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, it's blocked.
Bam. Got it.
It's good. There you go.
Tilt. I was mildly afraid of that happening,
Boo. Boogie boogie.
but I got one of these. Cool. You can go.
I'm attacking.
I'm going to take 1 turn off so I don't trade 5 for 8, and then I can start attacking next turn.
It's a little tough from my side. Could just play this. What would that do? What do you add? All of it? 19? Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I think I should just play this. Or fetch this thing. It's relic. Smart.
You're at 16.
What am I playing this turn? How many stomp grounds are in there? Bunch?
3.
Bunch. Okay.
You got 9 fetches, 3 stomping ground, 4 mountain, and 2 copperline gorge. I've been playing with a little bit with this list on Magic Online. So you're at 14 now?
I don't think we can attack this turn. Next turn might be better. There you go. And now things shake out.
That's interesting. You have 3 in hand?
Oh, they're bad.
So if I make the most aggressive play, then Tom likely double blocks 1, goes to 9. I go, then your attack is 8, I go to 11. Yeah, I think I need to slow down again just a little bit, so we'll just attack with that.
I don't know how that seems to be slow. Yeah, whatever. 9. Who cares?
9. Play another one. I could have mushed with 2. But if I mush with 2, you get to like double block 1, attack me for 8, you're not dead on the swing back, and then I have to like an awkward way to maybe have to play around Battle Rage or become immense.
I should have played Fetch Land last turn. Maybe not. Okay, go.
Yeah, that's what I like to see. Okay, let's check out what's going on in your hand before I make my attacks. See if you got pump spells.
I couldn't cast a Become Immense with the relic. I need to get another card in the graveyard somehow.
Yep. So let's take the Become Immense. You got 2 lands. Mush you for 10. Flooded a bit here.
One of them.
I will kill the Hooting Mandrels, the one with trample.
Okay.
So you go to 4.
Yep.
And then I will relic you, I guess.
Use this, I guess.
Sure.
Not making any sense, but I'm doing it. Probably want to 10 anyway.
And then I'll pass the turn.
What if I draw Cathartic Reunion? Or that. Ooh. Okay, go.
Go. Well, how about I dismember the Vengevine?
It's
I go to 15 and pop this relic.
Okay, you win. Draw Mountain.
So many lands.
So we're here for game 2. I got this Faceless Looting for this Vengevine in the yard. Need a bunch of creatures. Also wondering if I should play my Faceless Looting later, but I'm going to play on turn 1 and see what happens.
I've mulliganed to 6, and my hand is not great, but I have a reasonable path to draw out of it and have a good hand, and that's about what you're looking for on 6. I got a Scry Tom.
I don't know what I'm getting or casting.
This is the most interesting card I could have scried into. It does let me use more mana effectively, but I think I want to get to my more powerful things as quickly as possible. So I'm actually going to bottom it.
See what I got going on here.
So jealous. Casting Faithless Looting, the best card ever printed, other than Elvish Visionary.
Whatever. There you go.
That was not great. I'll play Basilisk Collar.
Jeez.
You can go.
Nice. Whee.
Yup, probably dead. 14.
Likely. Yeah. Oh.
Wow. I'll name Eldrazi. You can go.
Anything's getting dismembered. Is that getting cast? Not this turn. I'll just cast both of these, and then there's likelihood I can just cast this next turn off my fluting. Let's see here. Say if I hypothetically hit you for 10.
10?
And this hypothetically
That's so much damage.
This hypothetically dies. But you have to pay 4 for dismember. Okay. You got it.
You're at 18.
Or 19. Alright. Hit you. You're not blocking. Lightning bolt you.
I'm at 11.
Battle rage this one.
I'm dead.
Okay. If you dismembered this, he was taking another 7. He was 11, and the dismember would pay 4 life. He'd die.
Yep.
Alright, we're here for some sideboarding. I want to not lose too badly to Ross's artifacts, and mostly Chalice of the Void on 1. I kind of need to have my Faithless Lootings resolve, even in the late game when flashing them back. So I'm bringing in 4 artifact destruction spells, not just for those, but for like some other incidental things, you know.
Walking Ballista,
Bunch of Ballistas and Hangerback Walkers and Relic of Progenitus. Even removing that may make things a little bit smoother. Lightning Bolt doesn't kill any of Ross's creatures very well, that is. Like the only targets are really like Matter Reshaper and Hangerback Walker and Walking Ballista, but those aren't very great. Roast is better at killing Thought Not Seer and Reality Smash if it comes up. Blood Moon's pretty good. Ross's build does not have Mind Stone in it. Just has waste to produce colorless mana after Blood Moon lands, so it seems pretty good. I don't have any basic force, so it might hurt me a little bit, but we'll see. And I'm kind of shaving on mostly cards that are combo dependent and graveyard dependent. Become Immense and Hooting Mandrills, and once I'm taken out, like a Become Immense, Team of Battle Rage gets a lot weaker. It gets weaker after sideboard anyway because the opponent knows about it. And I'm just shaving a Goblin guy. Didn't really match up well against the creatures that Ross has.
On my side, I'm just bringing out all the really expensive cards. All this Dust, I think, might be okay, but in general, the games where they're flooding the board with creatures, it's going to be pretty slow. And if they're flooding the board with hollow ones, then All this Dust doesn't do anything. My creatures match up very well against Hooting Mandrills and Vengevine and Hollow One, so I'm going to plan on beating Tom just straight up with my own creatures. And then I've chosen Relic as my graveyard hate card of choice over, say, Surgical or Grafdigger's Cage, just because it can help control the Delve cards as well, and it cantrips, so in just a more normalized game, because Tom's going to have a good bit of interaction in these post-board games, that extra bit of value is going to be worthwhile. And I don't want to overload on Graveyard Hate. The deck isn't super graveyard dependent, but just Vengevine and some Delve cards, so I don't want to have a million Graveyard Hate cards after board. Hangerback Walker is just a great blocker and pairs well with Collar, and I think Collar is going to be a card that I want a lot and want to lean on a little bit, even though Tom does have answers for it. So that's what I'm bringing in. Let's run it. Okay, we're here for game 3. I have a kind of a weak hand in terms of the individual power level of my cards, but I have a reasonable opening, and I'll be able to draw into more powerful cards. So I'm going to keep.
Yeah, my hand's kind of weak too. I don't know. Looting can find whatever, I guess, and have all my cyber cards.
Okay. Relic.
Okay. Well, that's the worst possible. What are we doing here with this card? Right here, right now.
Right here. Right now. Probably casting a Faithless Looting. Nope. Insolent Neonate. Let's get Temple, play a Ballista on 1, and pass the turn.
That's my creatures attacking here. 2, 3, 5. Always short. I hope this one just gets. I don't know if I just get my beat on. What's up? Eek. All right.
Endbringer coming for you. So I could block the Goblin Guide here and shoot down the Neonate, or I can try to wait till next turn and use this. So that 17 and 18. I think they're both, I think, actually identical, but one requires me to use mana next turn. So yeah, I'm gonna block Goblin Guide and shoot the Neonate.
Okay.
Relic you.
Well, I didn't need a fourth land, but now that it's here, well, I'm doing this anyway next turn. I'm gonna get past this relic. Kind of can't. I guess this one more guarantees me playing Mandrills at least next turn if things go awry. Yeah.
Relic you.
Yeah. It's relic. Why is the comments all bent? Been delved hard over the years.
You can go. Probably pop this relic on Tom's end step. Here, 19. Or at some appropriate time where he can't delve.
Yay. Attack. Trigger. Sweet.
I'm at 18.
Whatever. This. Have a ball. Go.
Oh, can't cast any of my cards.
Same. I can cast one actually.
Waste.
Hooray. There ain't no waste on top. Your library. Alright. Well, can't cast this one. Mountain doesn't really do much, so let's start reunion, get rid of these two. Kind of hoot of cards I could draw. Well, not too much, so better than a brick, I guess.
Yeah, 16.
Do I want to cast Faithless Looting? Probably not. Do I want to play land? Probably not. There you go.
Go.
One, 2, 3. What's up? Trigger. Out of way. Oh, walking.
That's a good one. 13. That is a good one.
Walking Ballista. Because I keep the Bloodstain Mire in there. Go.
Well, play this Ballista on 2 and equip it with Collar, and I'll shoot down this thing.
Oh, useful.
I go to 14. You can go.
Man, so much air. What's going on? Oh yeah. What's up? Oh no, I'm dead.
We did it! I'm at 11. Oh, we did it. Gonna play an Endbringer.
Flashback. Is that better than casting one? Guess. Yeah, I don't think I'm doing anything else this turn.
Maybe I'm not supposed to play Endbringer. Maybe I'm just supposed to play Matter Reshaper and shoot down and pump Ballista and shoot down the guide.
Yeah, maybe.
Kind of like that.
P2 life.
You're at 17.
Mountain. I don't think I did any of this in the right order. There we go.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely doing that. But it's just going to kill the hollow one. So,
Yeah, I didn't
pump Ballista, shoot down hollow one. I go to 12. Pass the turn.
Yeah, artifact removal spell. Where P2 life.
You're at 15.
True 1. Okay. Okay. I'm 15. What do you get? 12?
Yep.
Okay. Have anything useful in here? Not especially so. Got Faithful Fluting. I discard my other Faithful Fluting. What if I bust up a Matter Reshaper and then attack you? What does that do? Probably nothing great. But maybe something great. We'll see. Whatever. Roast this. Interesting.
Put that one in my hand.
Good. So
Put that one into my hand.
there.
Take 5. I'm at 7.
There you go. Long road ahead. Wait, 8 to 5. That's right. I should have done more. What if I could have found another damage somehow?
Play a Thought Knot Seer.
Land Thought Knot, you say, huh? With the beat. Take this, I'll play that. You still have that just going off. I might find something by then. Oh, no force having deck. I probably should hit you for 1 more damage with my card last turn, maybe.
What do you got?
Got an Ancient Grudge here. Useful card.
Not a bad one.
Find another way to kill your thing, whatever. Grudge this color.
I will respond by shooting the Swiss Spear.
Okay.
I go to 8.
You're at 8. You got a roast of all things.
Then I'll play a Relic. I'll play a Chalice on 1. And I will pop this Relic.
Cool.
And you can go.
And this.
I go to 7.
Let's go. I'm excited.
Attack for 4. You go to 11. Play an Endbringer. You can go.
Alright, trigger this.
Lock.
Not so fast. Alright, it's dead.
I go to 6.
Alright, get rid of this.
What do you discard?
Oh, yeah. Discard can't cast ever. Well, I can't you cast this either. Whatever, I'm dead.
Yeah, you're dead. Oh, very dead.
All right, here we are for game 4. I'm on the play. Both me and Ross mulligan the 6. Kind of need another creature for this Vengevine, so hopefully I can find it in a Scry or a Swift Spear. Take a look. Whoa.
On my side, is your card good? It's not obvious.
I don't know how to sequence his hand.
Yeah, sequencing with that deck
I don't know if I can cast
is tough.
Anytime soon.
I'd want to get your creatures down, attack, but you want to save them for Vengevine.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep it. Probably do nothing on turn 1.
On my side, I have mulligan to 6 again. I have another hand that has great potential if I can just find the right pieces on the top or off the top. One thing to note is I have sideboarded differently on the draw. I've actually brought out Chalice of the Void. I think it's going to be a little too slow on the draw. Tom has plenty of answers for it, so it's not the same block piece it is in game 1. And I've brought back in the All Is Dust, the last Endbringer, and 1 Surgical, just so I can potentially tag Vengevines on a fast draw. Yeah, this is not the Tron land we need, so that can go to the bottom.
So
What you got?
I do nothing on turn 1.
Absolutely nothing. There's no land. Just pass.
I kind of need these lands to discard a Faithless Looting. I'm just try to get the pressure on. This could be wrong. I ain't thought it all through yet. You take 1.
19.
Go.
That was a good draw. I have a relic.
Okay. Oh, guess I'll get something relicable in there.
Yeah.
But I need second green. I can find that with another draw if I need it.
19 all.
I think it's fairly unlikely to draw another just basic mountain.
We got a cathartic green coming.
So let me looting right quick.
Faithless Looting.
We'll look around here. Okay, so I can cast 2 spells next turn if I need to. So that's cool. I'll play this one and take 2.
17.
Alright, go ahead. Bust up my graveyard, then beats. I'll just keep on with the small creatures. Mountain down.
You can go.
What's that gonna do? Wait. Think here. I don't think it's gonna work how I want it to work. Cast this. Yeah, this ain't gonna work how I want it to work. What if I just don't do If I don't cast a spell, then what? I just hit you and then things aren't going very well. Yeah, I don't think I can do that. I think I have to trigger Vengevine. Okay. Sadly, things don't work how I want them to with this. It triggers on when it happens and on resolution. Or it checks both times. Anyway, I guess I'm just hitting you for 6.
I'm at 11.
Then guess I'm done.
I will play. You have 1 in hand?
Yeah.
All Is Dust.
It's like this, I guess. Okay.
You can go.
Alright.
I'm at 7.
Your turn.
Not a bad one. So now I have 9 mana. So I'll play this hanger back on 2. And do I just mush? Yeah, let's mush. 14. You can go. I'll just chump block this, make some Thopters.
Alright, bust up the hanger back. 5.
Okay, I got some Thopters.
Attack with that. Get
Block.
you walking. Go.
Sorry. Which one's tower? We'll shoot for 10.
Go for
4. Play this thing. You can go.
I'll beat you with a good card. Doubtful. Alright, I'm dead.
Yeah.
Alright, here for game 5. Keeping a 1-lander, but has potential to play more things, and it has a bunch of 1-drops.
Julian said he keeps a lot of one-liners.
I'm going to keep, but I don't know what to play first. It's probably just going to be Street Wraith. Okay.
My hand is unlikely to beat the top portion of Tom's draws, but I think I beat a decent portion of the middle ones.
Okay, that's pretty good.
You got a 16.
I'll draw some more hollow ones.
Uh-oh.
We didn't.
He plays a bunch of 4/4s on turn 1.
Cast. Want to cast this turn, this next turn, this turn after that. Need that to do all that. So I have a bunch of weak little 1/1s that I don't really care, or small creatures I don't care about. So what's the worst of them all? Goblin guy gives them stuff, and it's kind of small. All right. Hey, go.
Only 1. Okay. I can deal with that. In fact, I can deal with it immediately. That was a good draw. Both at 16. You can go.
Okay. I need roll land now. Maybe that'll happen. Maybe it won't.
You're at 15. I wonder if that deck wants some number of Edge of Autumn, just to get another free cycler. Like once you go off on turn 2, you can throw a land away to make sure your hollow ones cost 0. I'm at 15 as well.
Yep. Go ahead.
Okay. Let's play a Matter Reshaper. You can go.
Uh-huh.
2 good draws there. The Dismember in the Temple.
Okay. This attacks you.
Go to 11.
This could have attacked, I guess, but not really. Go.
Thought not you.
Cool. I don't know if this is even in the frame.
Kind of think I have to take the Battle Rage so I can block. Otherwise, ugh. But if he draws a land, then that Blood Moon is gonna really get me. So what happens if I just take the Blood Moon? Then I take a 4-point attack, go to 7. I play this on my next turn. Then oh man. Then I basically trade a ton. But I'm in okay shape at that point, I think. Yeah, I'll take the Blood Moon. I think I can afford to take this attack. Pass the turn.
If I cast this looting, make things different. Alright, so
Go to 7.
look at my board. I mean, I got a lightning bolt in my deck. Oh, I got 2 lightning bolts in my deck.
Thinking about just foring me.
Not good time as any. Alright, for you.
Okay, I'm at 3.
I have to third land to cast this looting anyway, so play it. Go. It's not really goof around with the mid-game aspect here.
Let's take the Grudge out of your hand. And do I try to attack this turn? I do need to end the game reasonably quickly. But I think I have to take 1 more turn off. You can go. This might be a little too conservative with me at 3.
Ooh. Dab done it. I get thought on it again. I don't think I care too much. I just play this and make his attacks on me a lot harder. Yeah, that's fine. Go.
Attack.
I need another defensive creature. What if I just draw another Goblin Guide or something? Then he's probably going to take about 1-ish. What if I just block with this? How much damage could a Walking Ballista do? Some, I suppose. Whatever. Alright.
Draw a card.
Cool. You want to play?
Yeah, that should be in play. So play this Ballista on 2 and shoot this thing down. And I'm gonna pop the relic now just to stop Tom from leading and to potentially not be able to play, become immense or something. And I'll pass the turn.
Okay, go.
Play this one. Now I have 12 mana, so I can make this a 4/4, which means this is a lethal attack. So sure, let's attack.
4/4 there.
Yep.
Walk like that.
Put a counter on.
Okay.
Put a counter on.
Sure.
Put a counter on.
All right, 4/4.
Take 8.
Oh, 7. They're dead.
You can go.
Whee. Okay. I figured my only out was drawing a lightning bolt off this faithless looting, and I need a card to discard, so I didn't want to play a Thought Not Seer. I didn't draw anything though. Until I can draw like a faithless one, hollow one. Ooh,
no.
Next card down.
Oof.
Nice.
Barely short.
Had another card to cast Cathartic Union, but didn't.
Well, a little bit of a disappointing showing from the red-green Vengevine deck. Did have one very great draw where you just turn 3 to me, and that's the power of the deck. It can do that. And in my limited experience with it, those draws are nigh unbeatable. And even yours wasn't an incredible draw. It was just quite good.
I don't think I put 10 power in play on turn 2.
Yeah,
I
you
don't
put
even know if I did in
6.
turn 3, really.
You put 6 power into play, but then had the spells to kill me on turn 3 without any, when I had no interaction. Your best draw is like kill through 2 pieces of interaction on turn 3 or something like that. Or
It's mostly the Relic Progenitus that kind of, I don't know, like nickel and dime me. I could never really get all the way up to become immense. It's put in some awkward spots where I couldn't bring back my Vengevine. But like I had a second Vengevine at some point, and when you got rid of my first, but that's not really how the stack works. I can't just throw one in a graveyard when my second creature's on the stack and it just comes back. Wish I could, but that's trigger when the second spell is cast.
Yeah, the relics are definitely very good in the matchup. You came very close to winning on game 5. It was super close nickel and diming, and the bolt was the top card of your deck. In game 3, you had the Blood Moon in play for a while, but just weren't able to apply a lot of pressure, and eventually the Goblin Guide dug me into a waste. So we had 2 out of the other 4 games were pretty close, and you were close to taking both of them. And maybe with some tuning, the deck could get better in a matchup like this. But it seems like if they're able to keep some pace with you and not just die immediately to some broken draw, the deck doesn't look like it has a ton of staying power in turns like 5 and 6, which is a little disappointing for a deck that has Cathartic Union and Faithless Looting.
Yeah, I don't know how this deck really attacks Eldrazi Tron. I mean, the sideboard had a bunch of roasts, which are kind of expensive for what the deck's trying to do. And if I'm targeting a Thought Not Seer, then I had to draw on the roast. I'm targeting Reality Smasher, I have to discard a card, and everything else is pretty weak. Endbringer's a fine target, I guess. But that kind of happens later on. We had like some Destructive Revelries, but that requires green mana when you're also trying to play Blood Moon. Ancient Grudge is fine, but they might not even have Chalice in their deck anymore, and things like Hangerback Walker just come back with tokens. So the sideboard cards for this deck attack on Eldrazi Tron just aren't really knockout blows. I don't even know if they're really strict upgrades. What's going on just in the main deck, like Roast versus Lightning Bolt. Like Lightning Bolt could kill Ross, but Roast would not. But I don't know. There could be creatures in play. There could not be.
Yeah. I think you're generally trying to race in the matchups where they're going really over the top, or they're playing some sort of combo like Scapeshift or Storm. And the deck can race pretty effectively if you hit those draws, but it falls off pretty quickly. The top 10, 15% of your draws are incredible, but the next 10 or 15% are a lot worse.
Yeah, I agree.
And trying to tune the deck in a way that you can bring up those second tier hands to being more competitive in games is the way to make this deck better and to bring it into that next level.
Yeah, I guess a mulligan aggressively would be the answer to it.
Yeah,
Because a lot of your cards just don't matter after you're literally your opening hand.
it's just one of those decks. It is. It almost feels Belchery, at least when I was playing it. Your top hands, you just win the game, and you know you're going to win from the moment you keep.
Does that mean turn 3 wins? It probably does. Discard the Vengevine.
You turn 3'd me in game 2.
Did I?
Yeah, you
I wasn't counting. That was fast.
You put 6 damage into play on turn 2, brought me to 14, and then had Bolt bring me to 11 and Battle Rage and.
Oh, did that mean turn 2 kill?
Oh, that was only.
I think it was like 4.
Yeah, that was and that was 13. Yeah, so you brought me to -2. Because then if I dismember to prevent the 6, I was still dead.
Okay. Actually, I don't like Become Myth all that much. I like the Team Battle Rage. That card's pretty good. You have a bunch of 4-power creatures already. But then your Delves is like kind of getting taxed by Hooting Mandrills. I don't think you need Become Myth. I think you take them out. Maybe some Mutagen Growth or something. That'd be sweet.
To answer your question, you do definitely have turn 2 kills. Just Faithless Looting, put 2 Vengevines in the bin, cycle a Street Wraith, play 2 Hollow Ones, attack for 8.
3 Hollow Ones?
All right. 3 Hollow Ones, sure.
All right, the math checked out.
Yeah, you can definitely turn 2 them.
Okay, so maybe the deck was great at Richmond. Maybe it wasn't.
Yeah,
but,
I mean, maybe you just didn't see a low percent or saw a low percent. We're only playing 5 games, but then like that high end is so attractive and so powerful that I think it's worth working with the deck to try to build up the bottom end of its draws to make it good, because that high end it's almost the most powerful thing I've seen in Modern. I mean, it's so good. It's probably 20 power to play.
It's the most explosive thing possible. Anytime you're playing like Simian Spirit Guide or whatever.
Yeah.
The bannable card.
Yeah.
But I think that's all we got for this week. We got coming up. We got a Grand Prix in Washington, D.C. That'll be standard, though.
Yeah. We'll be working on standard probably starting next week, leading up into that. But for now, we brought some Modern. I don't know what day this is going up next week, but we had Modern all this week. Plenty of Modern. Everybody loves Modern.
True. I can't get enough.
Yep.
But yeah. For Ross, I'm Tom Ross. Ross Miriam. See y'all later.
Bye.